Welcome to the Moontails Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Law from the channel Justice, and here I have with me Riku and Mimi to talk about
Hello.
the new Spider-Man movie. I think it was Far From Home, or what was it?
No way
No Way
home.
Home.
No way home, bro. You just saw the movie.
I just saw it, but honestly, the names are
Oh my
confusing because
god.
all the memes that are coming out. Like there was one about like a homeless dude in a Spider-Man costume, and they said, "No Spider-Man, no home."
Oh, the third movie in the Tom Holland franchise. Sorry,
Yeah,
trilogy.
yeah. It was probably the best in the trilogy because I remember not liking any of the first two movies. Like it was a push through to watch them, but the third movie, I thought it was very good, especially towards the middle and climax. I still am not too fond of like Toby. What's his name? Tom Holland's
Tom Holland?
Spider Man. Like I still much prefer Toby and Andrew, but this movie was just like fan service to the extreme. Like all the references that were made to the previous movies. Just like remember when the Green Goblin was in the cell and he was like, "Let me help you. I'm something of a scientist
Oh
myself."
yeah, the call out to the memes. Yeah.
Everybody in the theater like started dying because like, yeah, he it was a really good movie. And before I go on and ramble on it, what was your thoughts, like gut reactions to it?
My gut reaction. I agree with you. I did like the other two Tom Holland movies. I think this one is the best, bar none. I really enjoyed it. I feel like this was like a Spider-Man fans movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like a movie for the Spider-Man fans.
Yeah,
Because of all the references they made to all the other past Spider-Man. I,
yeah,
I also like I also like the call to the jokes like you mentioned.
yeah. They
And
were really
I
good.
didn't I didn't realize how much I liked Toby and Andrew Garfield until my reaction to when I actually saw them on screen. And I was like, if I ever had any question who was my favorite Spider-Man, well, I guess it must be Toby because Toby was the one that made me like actually like almost scream like of excitement when I saw him like hey my boy he's still doing it. I was
Yeah, he was
well
awesome.
yeah he really was I think it was a little awkward the way he got into the movie like into the scene with Ned and MJ. I did find it funny how Andrew Garfield like handled it.
Yeah, I loved his entrance. He was like his was probably my favorite because like him just jumping and touching the roof and then like awkwardly cleaning up the cobwebs because the mom asked him to.
That was funny.
Oh,
That whole
oh,
scene
oh,
was hilarious.
and not to mention that I really feel like this movie really, really, really redeemed Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Like,
What do you
if I were to
mean
say who's,
redeemed him as Spider-Man?
cause cause he's kind of well known, when on the internet that he has the worst Spider-Man movies
But he
out of
didn't.
out of the
His
three.
movies were
No, I
really
like
good
his movie.
and they were
No, no,
better
it's,
than
it's not
Tom
that they're
Holland's
bad.
movies.
It's just that they're worse than the other two. Like you always see those polls online where who's the best Spider-Man, and he's always the one the bottom by a mile.
That is
For
true.
the
I don't know if that's redeemed him or if he's just regained popularity because of it. Because I do see like a lot more people fanboying over him, and I do see clips on like my feed about like his some of his performances and how good his acting was. Like you can tell his mood just even with the suit on. Like so he was really good of an actor, and I always loved his portrayal. But like I think yeah, people are dick riding him now.
Yeah, it's just that while I liked Andrew Garfield, his movies just aren't really not that good. I'm not
What?
gonna.
Nah,
No,
that's
The
cap.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
That's cap.
Really,
That's
really,
cap. They're better
I
than
can
the
barely
Tom
even
Holland
remember the.
movies.
No,
The
no.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than both the Tom Holland
What?
I
movies.
like his
You
movie.
crazy? Are
Way
you
better.
crazy?
Way better.
Nah. No, I love Andrew Garfield in those movies though, but the movies themselves, especially the villains, they're really not that good.
Eh, I don't know.
I
I
mean,
kind of like them.
I can barely remember the plot of the first Amazing Spider-Man.
I just know like what's his name? Like
Lizard?
Electro.
Oh,
That was
Electro?
like he was hilarious. Jamie
Uh,
Foxx was like really good for that role.
in this movie? In this one?
Yeah, and he was really good in this one too.
Yeah,
But
yeah, because
before before
I don't know what kind of idea they had that they made him ugly in the Amazing Spider-Man
I
2.
don't know why they did that. Like it was
Yeah,
just that was just annoying, bro. And finally
yeah,
they made him good looking in this movie.
yeah. They just made him look like himself.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, like,
obviously.
hey, man, if you got the looks, why the hell are you gonna, tamper it?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he have like buck teeth and then the
They
electricity like
made
fixed
him
it?
super ugly in the original one, and then
The blue with the blue electricity.
yeah.
Oh God.
But again, before we go too far into it, I want to hear Mimi's gut take. How did you feel about the movie?
Oh, I loved it. It was really nice. I cried like countless times, but it was
Oh, same here. Same with you. I counted two.
um,
I counted 2 times.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
just
I think it was a bit too emotional, but other than that, I really liked it.
yeah,
It was,
just it was really good. Like,
and it was hilarious as well. So that was
yeah, the
it gave the extra
comedy
point. The
they
comedy.
really did like go up to the memes like when they were in the lab and Ned is like Peter and they all look up and they start pointing at each other like the old Spider-Man
Oh yeah.
meme.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too. Man, and I gotta say, I was always looking forward to like a science scene between all the three Spider-Mans, because Spider-Man is really smart, and
Mm.
I feel like we haven't seen that much, other than Andrew Garfield's in movies.
Yeah.
Like Toby and Tom Holland really didn't have that much of a moment like that until now.
Yeah, and we got to see how
Yeah.
smart he was like when he outsmarted Doctor Strange like using math and
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that
that
was
was a nice scene.
amazing.
Oh yeah, how to beat magic geometry.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was
I
really
was
cool.
actually
It was really
yeah
cool, but I
yeah
felt like Doctor Strange only lost due to plot. Like
yeah.
he could have done way more to like just fuck him over.
I mean, it's like how Batman always has a chance against Superman. Like if Superman really wanted to do it, he would kill him in an instant. The same thing with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like
I guess
it's strange.
he
It's
didn't
Strange
want to go
really
too
wanted
hard.
to.
He didn't want to go too
Exactly.
hard on him.
Yeah, but it is nice that now we have canonically that Doctor Strange did lose to Spider-Man at least once.
But like he has so many other abilities that he could have used, and he just used like very few of them. Like
Maybe
if
maybe he low key wanted Tom Holland to save them.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But that's a nice theory.
Yeah, it's a little hopeful from what he was talking about during the movie.
What was the thing
Yeah.
that he said? Like their sacrifice is like so little compared to the like.
The trillions of lives that could be lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know what, low key, I was agreeing with him and Tom Holland at the beginning of the movie, where you had that moral dilemma of where to save the villains or not. And I'm like, guys don't even know what they did in the other movies, and it's really kind of not your problem. But like I was kind of against it at the beginning, but like I guess it is in Peter Parker's morals to actually try to save them.
I'm still against it, but like you
it
said,
was honestly it was old freaking Aunt May's fault. If she didn't like speak, everything would have been fine. But she just had to open her mouth and blabber on.
You,
Just
you
to
know,
defend her.
at the end of the day, I warmed up to it. Like I understand it is the right thing to do. It's just like, ugh, why?
I don't know. It's not the
That
right
was
thing to do. Like whether you
They're
rehabilitate them
villains.
or not, if they get sent back to their realities, most likely, Electro's gonna be put back into the middle of the reactor. Doc Ock is gonna be drowning in the middle of the lake, and Green Goblin's probably gonna die too. Like
Exactly.
whether they're rehabilitated or not, once you send them back, they're probably gonna die.
Yeah, actually, we don't really know what's gonna happen in their worlds right now. Let's just keeps it open for another Spider-Man movies of the old ones.
Yeah, I hope this gives us a chance to see like more like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, and
Oh
because he's just awesome, and I think Toby is a bit too old at this point. Like
Oh, Toby is a little old
Yeah,
at this point,
I
yeah.
love him though.
But Andrew Garfield deserves and hey, an objectively good Spider-Man
His
movie.
acting
Bro,
was really good in the
rewatch
movie.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 right now, and then
I have.
rewatch it. It's
Yeah,
actually good.
I have. It's not
Like in the
good.
last month.
Yes,
Damn,
it's not good.
you're hating.
No.
You're hating,
I love Andrew Garfield and Gwen Stacy in those movies. I think that's about it.
bro. He had the baddest MJ or Gwen or whatever it is.
Gwen, yeah.
And his hair is probably the best of all the Spider-Man.
No, but that's the thing. That's the only thing I like in those movies. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. Nothing else. Not even the villains.
Besides Electro, I liked Electro.
Mm.
Do you like Lizard?
The
I
lizard
think
was like,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
he wasn't really much.
Is there a secondary character you were attached to?
Literally just Andrew. His hair is so
Yeah.
nice.
Exactly. Yeah. You see what I mean?
But I liked that better than all of the Tom Holland movies.
Really?
Like,
You like
so
you,
much
you like
more.
you didn't like the Vulture or the comedy?
I didn't like the Vulture at all, and I didn't like Tom as a Spider-Man.
Oh, what about Mysterio?
I didn't like Mysterio, to be honest. He just seemed like a really, really, I forget the word, like cheap villain.
I mean, he's not meant. He's just meant to be an illusionist.
Yeah,
I did
but
like
he
the
just
little
felt
detail that he was wearing
weird.
a mocap suit.
What?
I like the little detail that he was wearing a mocap suit.
What? Am I dumb?
Mocap, yeah, that thing you use for CGI.
Oh.
Yeah, it helps tracks the movements and shit. Like, it's really fitting for his powers.
Yeah, I thought his powers were cool, but him and his motivations and the way he went about it was just idiotic. Like, he could
It's
have
still
done
better.
so much more and done so much better.
What
And like
about
how
Electro?
petty he was when he died, bro. His motivations were so shitty that like all he cared about was his like own clout. And at the end, he's like, "Oh, Spider-Man did all this. Like you're dead, bro. Like there's nothing." Never mind. I don't
Well,
know.
I agree.
This
I
isn't a
agree, but
movie.
I agree, but at least it's still better than being mad that Spider-Man didn't come to your birthday party.
Don't hate. Don't hate. Well, Mysterio was the same. He was like, Stark didn't recognize me, and Electro did the same thing. He's like, Spider-Man
Yeah,
didn't
no,
recognize me. So they're both
uh,
throwing a tantrum in their own way. But at least Electro was a more likable villain to me.
yeah. Spider-Man,
But you have a
you
point.
didn't come to our birthday party. I'm gonna. Oh,
I
New
don't-
York.
Yeah. Okay. We're not talking about the right movie right now.
Oh, yeah,
We're
exactly.
talking
Let's
about the actual like
No Way Home.
No Way Home. So the whole moral dilemma, I think it's fitting for his character of like you should help people. With great power comes great responsibility, like May said.
Finally, was said. It wasn't told to Tom Holland until this
I
movie.
know, but remember both the other times that they were told, like Andrew and Toby, they were told when like
Uncle
Uncle
Ben.
Ben died, and now this was his like Uncle Ben moment where
Yeah.
she dies and she says it to him.
It only took 3 movies and plus all the other appearances in the other movies to finally get it.
Yeah,
To get that
but it was
with
worth
great power.
it. The hype was nice, and her death was sad. I can say that much.
Oh,
It was
God.
very, very
Her
expected.
death was horrible.
Not gonna lie, when I saw her get hit by the glider, I was like, oh no, she's
I was like, she's
instantly
dead.
dead.
And then she started walking, and I was like, okay, then
Oh,
what?
I was like, oh, she survived. Shit.
I was like,
What is
this
her skin
movie-
made of?
Yeah. I was like, what the hell is this Marvel shit going on now? But then she dies like a second later, and like, this is dumb.
I didn't want her to die. Not gonna lie, I was a little, and then I kind of want to see more of her.
Marissa Tomei is pretty bad though.
Yeah, she is. She really is.
She's
She was
54.
a pretty cool Aunt May. I liked her.
Yeah.
But she was an ass for telling him to take care of the villain.
How could a hero like try to take care of people? How dare she tell him?
How Here is she.
Oh my
How dare
god.
she, how dare
I
she put good morals on Spider-Man?
No,
I
I was
love
so
William
mad. Like,
Dafoe.
Oh,
William Dafoe. Oh my god, he was so good.
the mad lad still got it.
He's still got it. He played every single part perfectly, from being like Osborn, who was really weak and pathetic and sad, to being the Green Goblin with his like complete psychosis. It was just beautiful.
mm,
Yeah, he was
I think
pure evil. I loved every
he
second he was
aced
in
his
screen.
role.
Yeah, but even when he wasn't like Green Goblin, he was still perfect.
I know, right? Like. I just love his performance. It just made me what? It just made me wish that there were more scenes of him maskless in the original Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
kind of
also his new outfit. I really liked it. You know his new
like
costume
the
with the
hoodie.
whole, like the whole purple scarf hoodie thing and the green armor. I really digged it.
Yeah, me too. It was like really really good.
Yeah, when I saw that he broke the mask at the near the beginning one of his appearance, I was like, oh, is he gonna build a new one? I'm like, nope, even better. We get to see Willem Dafoe's face.
Yeah. My favorite part of the movie is probably how each character got like redeemed. Not each character, I should say. Like the previous Spider-Mans, for their biggest
Mhm.
failures, they both redeemed themselves. Andrew, he saved MJ
Oh,
from falling, and
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of like
bro,
throwing the web like he did to Gwen Stacy, he like
He
focused
jumped.
on like swinging down as fast as possible. It was like he practiced for this. It was like it never went out of his head.
Mhm.
god damn that scene,
And then remember
That
I
was
when
honestly that
yeah
killed me.
yeah because like
It was pretty freaking shocking. Because then at
and
one
yeah.
point I'm like, is she gonna die? Like, is she really gonna die? But they're like, nah, his dad came and saved her, and I'm like, oh my god. But it was so sad because then
it,
like you
yeah
could see how sad he was. Like he couldn't save his MJ,
yeah
but then he still saved. Yeah.
yeah like he was like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?" And then she's like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay?"
Mm. Yeah, but I loved it because we as since we saw the Amazing Spider-Man, we know how much this meant to him.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it
Yeah.
was
he mentioned
beautiful.
that in this he mentioned it in this movie, right? But I was like, oh shit, this looks like the Gwen Stacy scene. And then
Yeah,
Tom Holland gets pushed out. And like, oh, I'm glad that Andrew Garfield finally got to redo
yeah,
that.
they got both of them. Him and Toby both got to redeem themselves. Toby redeemed himself in that he prevented the Green Goblin from dying to his own like glider thing when he jumped in
Oh
front
yeah.
of Tom Holland when Tom Holland was trying to hit him. I love
But
that.
then he was about to die.
I'm
Like
a
that
little
was a bit dumb.
No,
I'm a
he
little
isn't gonna
iffy on
die. He just got stabbed. He's good.
I
I'm
know,
a little
but he was.
I'm a little iffy on that one because it made it look like Toby was the one that killed him, and it was like it wasn't him though. He dodged it. He
I
killed
know, but
himself.
he wasn't able to save him, but now he's
Oh
able to
yeah,
save him.
yeah. Godspeed, Spider-Man. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like yeah, like I was like, but when I saw that Tom Holland Spider-Man was punching him and he bent the metal and was like, oh shit, he's trying to kill him.
yeah, it was awesome. It was
It's
really
like,
awesome.
oh, that beat. Oh, and him laughing throughout all the punches.
It was beautiful.
Oh
Like
god,
yeah,
I know he did that in the apartment scene too.
yeah.
Like as he kept getting punched, he just kept laughing it off.
He like his performance was beautiful. Though like I think the best Tom Holland scene for me was that even when Toby got in the way, he still tried to push the blade into Toby and into the goblin. That was probably like the best Tom
Oh,
Holland scene for me because
Oh yeah,
he wasn't just some friendly
some kid.
neighborhood Spider-Man.
No, he wasn't just some like he always feels like the youngest one because he is,
He feels
but
like the
he
kid
really felt
that
like a
plays
man.
Fortnite.
Like yeah, yeah, yeah. But in this one, he really felt like a man. You
Yeah.
know, like he matured.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, and I like the fact that they're focusing on like young adulthood, applying to college, and all these things. Like it definitely
mm-hmm.
jives well with fans because like you get to kind of see him grow up as you're growing up, because like I'm sure a lot of kids that were watching his things and like when they were early years of high school, they're also like moving towards college and things like that. So definitely, it's kind of like the whole Monsters Inc. thing, where they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put this Monsters Inc. movie so that the kids who watch it in 15 years, we're gonna put Monsters University, and while they're in
Oh,
university, so we catch them at the correct time.
I was wondering where you were going with that one, but yeah, no, yeah, I see. They did the same thing with Toy Story too.
Yeah, Toy Story with like passing Woody on to the other kid and Andy going on and moving on with his life.
Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta rewatch this movie because I had the biggest mistake that when I went to the theater, I accidentally bought the Spanish version of the Spider-Man movie.
oh no!
Yes,
Oh my god!
yeah, like you should have seen my face. Like my group was looking at my face and all of our faces when we heard the first lines in Spanish, and we were like, "Oh no, this is probably a trailer." Like, and you know, because it starts like the old movie, I thought it kind of was, but I was in full denial.
Yeah.
But you know, like those goddamn tickets are sold out like for the whole week. Even still, it's still sold out. Like, I can't get a good ticket. So I was like, you know what? I'll stay and watch it. You know, but you know, it's still funny like when they try to translate things like like kick some asses or heal some asses, which is I'm guessing is what they said in English. I just gotta
Cure.
cure some asses. See, it's even funnier in Spanish. I kind of like. But that said, like the performances still shine through at all. Also, what do you guys think about Spider-Man's ultimate sacrifice? You know how he let himself get forgotten, and then by the end of it, he decided not to follow.
I loved it.
To follow his promise. I loved it too.
I loved it. Mimi, tell us why you hated it.
Yeah.
And what the heck? Okay, first of all, he's going into college. Second of all, he's gonna live in an apartment by himself, all alone. Third, he has no one that remembers him, like no one at all. And his aunt died, so he has no family. And he's just like a depressed little boy. Like, how could you do that?
For a good plot.
Look, it was a sweet sacrifice. It was a sweet sacrifice to, like, save everyone and everything. But at the same time, it's like, what the heck, man? Like, okay, now you're gonna live in misery. Good job.
I know, but he's gonna find a way to connect with them as they go along. Like, they still unconsciously care about him, because if you like remember, Zendaya or MJ still had his like broken necklace that he bought her around her neck. So like deep down somewhere, she probably still remembers him, and so.
Oh, wow, I didn't remember that.
Oh yeah, like the thing
that I didn't notice it. Yeah, the Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't notice it. Wow, thank you. I didn't notice that, Itachi, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, in the final scene, it was nice, and it's gonna be interesting.
I agree with Mimi that I think it sucks for Peter Parker to have to suffer through all that, because I don't think he deserves that much of suffering. But at the same time, I feel it's perfect for Peter Parker to be suffering like that, because he's meant to be like this. You know, like he could be such a great hero, but he's still gonna be poor. He's still gonna have struggles like the everyday. He's like the everyday man, like the working class man hero. You know. Like, he suffers just as much as the rest of us.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's one of the most popular superheroes ever. It's because he's relatable. Yeah. Like Tobey Maguire was like
Tobey Maguire?
Like a nerd who got bullied and things, and to everybody who was a fan of Spider-Man at the time, that's who they were. It's like you're a nerd who's getting bullied, and now you finally got the power to protect yourself against your bullies. It's like a very relatable and I don't know if admirable is the right word, but it's something that people aspire to have. Aspirational, I guess, would be the word.
Yeah, he also has this thing of, no matter how much he's put down, he always gets up.
Like, that's every hero, though.
No, that's every anime hero.
No, but even let's say Captain America, that's the same. Iron Man, that's the same. But he
No,
is like,
no, not Iron Man.
yeah,
Like Captain America has his all. I can do this all day.
Iron Man just has his depression, and then he goes
Oh.
and nukes them.
Yeah, it's PTSD, bro.
But yeah, he's. I think Spider-Man's gonna take the spot of being like the new Iron Man of the MCU, being like the most popular character.
Yeah, and with good reason. I really wonder what they're gonna do in the future because I feel like that little joke with Ned about him not going to kill Peter Parker.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Do you
Yeah,
guys think that Ned is gonna become a villain?
I think
No,
so. You know what? I think so because you know how he promised he has magic powers. So we discovered something that Doctor Strange struggled to
Yes,
do, that the little
exactly.
ring. He did it easily.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I
I
don't
wonder
think.
what's gonna happen because I really do feel like that joke of him not killing Spider-Man is gonna come some way or another.
Eh,
Because he's not gonna remember Peter in his current life.
I don't think so. I think it was just like a joke. You guys are thinking about it too
Oh,
deeply.
we're gonna have to wait and see.
What I did
I
love
guess.
was Electro or Jamie Foxx, like when he saw Andrew without the mask, and he's like, you're from Queens, you help a lot of people." You know,
Oh,
I just kind of thought you'd be black.
oh yeah. I was gonna
Like,
ask you like how did that go in English? Because in Spanish that didn't translate too well. I would say.
well, he said it kind of the way I said it. Oh, he's like something like your face is always covered. You live in Queens. You're always helping people. I just kind of hoped you'd be black. That was exactly.
That gives way for Miles Morales.
Yeah, and then he did say when Andrew was like, "Yeah," Andrew said, "I'm sorry about that."
Oh, yeah.
and then, and then he was
I'm
like,
sorry, I'm not black, bro.
and then Electro was like, "I'm sure there's a black Spider-Man somewhere." So it's definitely setting up for like Miles Morales to be a main,
Yeah.
like in the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I also want a sequel to Spider-Verse in the first place, but I also want a real life Miles Morales.
Yeah, him
Yes,
getting like
it was amazing.
it would be awesome to have like Miles Morales and then Spider-Gwen. Like that would be
Oh,
crazy.
Spider-Man too,
Oh my god, that would be freaking cool.
or even have both of the Spider-Man, like both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, like in the PlayStation game.
No, I know. But I mean, it would be even better with Gwen Stacy. I love like Spider-Gwen. That's
Yeah, me too.
the concept is just so fun to me. Yeah.
Where would
I
you
think
rank this in your favorite movies of all Spider-Man?
all Spider-Man movies.
Like, what's your top
Um,
three?
I don't know.
The
I'd
top
have to
three.
rewatch them because like the Sandman movie, like Tobey Maguire's movies, all of them were like just top tier. When he was
Dude,
emo. Oh, remember the scene where he had his back cracked by Andrew?
oh god,
That
you
was so
know,
awesome. I loved it.
oh, that was wholesome because everybody was laughing in my theater because the word choice that they used.
Oh, what did they
Oh
say
god, it
in
was
Spanish?
yeah, like you want me to thunder your back,
What
like
the
something like
hell?
that. Yeah,
What?
No,
exactly.
he was like, "You want me to crack your back?" And then he's like, "Yeah, sure."
I don't know, in Spanish, I'll say it in Spanish. It's like "Quieres que te la truene," and it was like, oh god,
No.
bro.
Yeah, you gotta watch it in English, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
I think I prefer that scene in Spanish. That was more hilarious.
It was so wholesome, and then like Andrew kind of being down on himself as Spider-Man, and then Toby like saying, "You're amazing. You're amazing." I just wanted him
That
to
was
say,
so
"You're an
cute.
amazing Spider-Man," but he never said it.
Oh
He
yeah,
never
I
said it.
thought that moment was so wholesome.
Yeah.
I kind of I like the whole dynamic of the three Spider-Men.
I loved it too. They were like Andrew said, he's always wanted brothers. Like it was so wholesome.
Oh yeah, how he just stopped them both and you're like, I love you, and then the other two were like, okay, thanks, thanks, bro.
Yeah. He's just the perfect level of awkward. I love it.
Me too. That's why I feel like Andrew Garfield. While I understand that you guys really like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, I do think he got redeemed. At least in the eyes of the public. Because people kept underestimating him as a Spider-Man.
Yeah, people definitely hated his Spider-Man movies, but I think he was a much better Spider-Man than Tom Holland. Tom Holland is a little bit too much on the awkward end, in my opinion. Like, he's just like that 4-minute scene in the beginning of the movie where Happy and May broke up, and like they're just like the whole time. That was just. I'm
Oh,
sure some people enjoyed it, but for me, it was just annoyingly awkward.
speaking of Happy, when they reunited at the Tombstone of Aunt May,
Yeah, that was alright.
I
Oh, God.
I didn't know I cared much about their relationship until that moment because Happy kind of was like the father figure after Tony Stark died.
Yeah.
He was the closest thing.
Uh, I didn't really care about him personally, but I can understand why you guys would.
No, I only cared about him at that moment. Before that, I didn't think about too much about Happy.
Yeah. I
But
just
but it
love the
was
heroes, man. And Sandman being completely apathetic to everyone.
yeah. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get Sandman's whole dilemma, because he just wants to go back and I'm like, okay, but can't you wait or like help Spider-Man stop the other villains so they don't destroy the cube? Like, no, I want to go now. Like,
Yeah,
I
he was
mean,
kind of
dude.
dumbed down, but I don't know. I just liked him in how
Al- Also
much.
the
Yeah.
also the miracle cures.
Oh, how they just made everything up out of nowhere.
I don't have a problem with that, honestly. It's just like to move the plot along.
Yeah, but it's also they've known them for a while, and it's kind of you're digging up their past, and I'm sure them all being like with them all being geniuses, they've thought about these things for a very long time. The only thing I would have a problem is that your high school chemistry class does not have all the equipment you need. That's the only issue I have.
They
You
created
were
half of it.
you were mentioning something about the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think my problem was that he was a little too attached to Iron Man and he wasn't his own thing.
Mm,
But but by the end of this movie, now
No,
he
I
is.
liked his relationship with Iron Man. It was like the
I liked it too.
cutest.
That was probably the best part of his character to me.
Oh
Exactly.
no. Oh no, I liked it. I just kind of wanted him to be a little more separate from him, like have his own thing in
No.
his movies. No, no, because
No.
that suit was way too powerful.
The
And we
Iron
couldn't
Spider.
see like him doing his own suit and shit like that. No, I like the Iron
I don't
Spider
know.
because it
I
was
think
in the
that was
Endgame
cute.
movies, but like by now. Oh yeah, and the little joke of Doc Ock saying like, "Oh, we have competition" when he brought out the extra legs.
Yeah. I love Doc Ock. We didn't say that. His acting was just brilliant in this movie. Like
Yeah,
everybody
Yeah.
went off. Everybody just went so hard in this movie in terms of their performances. I just love it.
Mm.
dude, when Doc Ock got to see Tobey Maguire again.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, like, hey
Oh, that was
Peter, how
nice.
you been? It's been so long. Like, oh, I know Toby felt it too.
yeah.
Because he didn't want to kill him, and he saw the best in him even till the end.
Yeah. It was wholesome.
Which by the way, that movie is amazing. If you haven't seen it in a long while, you really should.
Yeah. And it was cool to see the things that um the science that he talked about in the movie, from what I recall, was actually fairly realistic. Like when he was mentioning things like tetrium, which is like a isotope of hydrogen 3, and things that like actually made sense. When you're watching it as a kid, it was like, yeah, this guy's just saying random science mumbo jumbo that's completely fiction. No, but no, he was actually saying things that were real and make sense. Like somebody actually did their research while they're writing the script.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, you're right.
cool.
That is better research. At least it's better than when Iron Man discovered time traveling by adding a Mobius strip.
Yeah, this
Oh, how do we time travel? Mobius strip. Oh, no wonder.
no.
How could I not
How do
see
you
that
do
one
this?
coming?
Oh,
Iron Man
quantum.
was a
That's it.
victim.
The
Don't talk
only
about him.
reasoning is quantum. Yeah, quantum nanotechnology.
Honestly, whenever something like that happens, I just roll with it.
Yeah, but
Just roll with it.
it's so much more satisfying when like with Doc Ock, where they like just like they have actually researched something into it, not just say Mobius strip or whatever it is. Also, speaking about Doc Ock, when he mentioned his name and they were all just laughing, I felt like that was disrespectful. That was
Oh yeah.
disrespectful.
Oh yeah, low key, that was really disrespectful.
I was like, bro, I put some respect on my man. He's not here to be laughed at.
Oh yeah, and when Electro and Sandman were talking in the apartment, like, oh, how do you get your powers? They're like, ah, shit.
Stop falling into things.
Yeah, damn, bro, you gotta watch out where you fall into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
God.
again, I don't know how the translation went in English.
That's more. I think that was about what they said. Like, you
Okay,
gotta watch
good.
who you fall into.
Yeah, man, but I'm here like, but didn't you fall into a pool of electric eels?
No, but that was the joke. He said
Oh,
I
okay.
fell into a pool of electric eels, and then Sandman said I fell into a collider, and then he said, yeah, you gotta watch where you fall into.
Oh, okay, like in general.
Yeah, just in general, not about Sandman.
Yeah, because the way I understood it was like he was egging on Sandman when he did the same thing.
No. He was more like being more like I don't know, they're like having a sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Because they both kind of went through a similar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it was more about.
Yeah, and I just understand why Electro didn't want to turn back into normal human.
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
definitely understood, bro. Like I could have, like it made no sense to me why he would. Like maybe if you're gonna fix the chip on Doc Ock, that makes sense. If you're gonna cure the Green Goblin, that makes sense. And the Lizard, if he's gonna be crazily trying to turn everybody into lizards, yeah, you should probably change him back too. But Electro, you don't really need to do anything to him. And Sandman too, like unless Sandman wants to, like you guys are like they're not consenting to this treatment. And it's not like they're insane.
I mean, Sandman doesn't care either way.
Yeah, he doesn't care either way, but it's still like I feel like you have like Electro and Sandman weren't like mentally ill. It's not like yeah.
I was gonna say, like, in the case of Electro, it's just that he's gonna abuse the power. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so we gotta take him off. But if he behaves himself, we wouldn't need to. Then Lizard, and I'm not trying to egg on the Amazing Spider-Man movie
I don't
again.
even think he was a villain. Like when he came, it was only because his life was in danger because the box would have been used to erase him. That was, and when he came, he said to what's his name? What's the character? Toby? No, Tom. Tom Holland. He was like, "Don't make me a murderer." I don't think he's an actual bad guy. He's just.
Oh, Lizard?
No, Electro.
Oh, Electro.
He's just doing his own thing, bro.
I thought you watched the Amazing Spider-Man recently.
No, I don't. I haven't watched it recently.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why.
That is exactly. I know he's killed several people in that movie, but if we're talking about strictly into the continuity where Jamie Foxx looks sexy again, he's a good dude.
Oh, yeah, right. Wasn't there a scene where when he got the electricity powers that his buck tooth got fixed? Like his teeth gap.
I don't even remember it. Not gonna lie, my Amazing Spider-Man knowledge is pure nostalgia, so I can be very biased.
Okay. I'm not gonna egg you on again about it, but like that movie's really not that.
And I will call you a hater. He should have been. Andrew is such a much better actor than Tom. Like, yeah, and he fits the comedy. He's so much funnier than Tom. Like, and Spider-Man's supposed to be funny.
I think Andrew's movies were just more depressing.
Yeah, that too.
Like it had more emotional stuff, and then like Tom Holland is like.
It's more child friendly, I suppose.
Yeah, but that said, I still rewatched every Spider-Man movie at least once. Like I still enjoy watching them. I still think they're the worst ones, but yeah.
Did you guys watch Shang-Chi?
No,
Oh,
no, not yet. I still got that, you know, on the list of things I gotta
it's
do.
it's a good movie.
I'll
It's a good
I gotta
movie.
watch it. I also gotta finish some of the series of Marvel.
Oh, I haven't watched a Marvel series. Not gonna lie,
No,
I haven't watched any.
some of them are pretty good.
As much
The
I
other
want to
one,
watch Loki, but I don't know if I have the
Lo-
time.
Loki is funny.
Loki is pretty good.
Okay, I'll watch Loki then, cause I do like him a lot.
Oh,
And
I love the relationship between Loki and
Thor.
the other
Mobius,
thing. Thor.
Mobius.
Thor.
Oh, Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were talking about the series.
Let me watch the series. Don't spoil it. Okay, but on the topic of Spider-Man, do you guys have any final thoughts?
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
yeah, yeah. Me too. I really loved it. If people haven't watched it, it's a must. It's I would say the best one out of the trilogy, and at least in my top three is my number three in my top three.
That's fair.
Number one being Into the Spider-Verse, and number two being Spider-Man 2 from Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was really, really good. But yeah, I think I said all I needed to say. The movie was really, really good. So take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Do do do.